Hi, you're welcome to Success Tips. In this video today, we will be discussing about success overnight. Everyone wants to be rich, influential, popular, followed by so many people and powerful. But one thing you wouldn't want to wish yourself as an individual is to reach a stage of that influence, power, many people following you, being very strong and rich, and then all of a sudden you lose control and then crash down to level 0. Nobody wants to ever wish that to himself. Greatness or success is a very risky situation where you have a lot of rules to play by. There are things that ordinary people can just do and then go scot-free, but you dare not try that as a successful person. We are heading to somewhere with this very topic, okay? Because we have so many people that just want to be rich at all costs. Even if they just wake up tomorrow and then they tell them, okay, you are very influential and very popular, they will be praying for things like that. But they don't sit down to look at all the things that encompasses or all the things that revolves around it. Majorly, what we are going to be focusing on today is we are going to be looking at the hazards that is associated with someone becoming successful but unprepared, okay? And then at the same time, we are going to be looking at the things that one needs to do in such a way that if that person actually passes through those steps or processes I'm going to be explaining, then it's very difficult for that person to reach the height of success and then fall back to level 0 again. Never. Okay, so I want you to be attentive to this session, and then if it means for you to pick your paper and biro and start jotting down important things, I will advise you to do that. Now let's progress. Okay, so what are those risks? What are those challenges that are associated with greatness, success, wealth, influence in life? Okay, so there are so many things attached to this, but I will just limit this video to some examples so that you will get to understand the level of risk that is associated with such level in life, and then you will get to understand all the things that you will be facing when you become successful. Being successful or being at the top of your career can be so less flexible to an extent. Like, okay, now let's say for instance you have the right to express your displeasure. For instance, if you're not happy about a certain thing, it's normal for you to express your anger, to express your feelings about it, okay? But then someone that is just a common man, or maybe a person that is just coming up in life, can be able to express his displeasure publicly, okay? But you as a successful person, you as a rich person, you as an influential person, if you dare try that, then it may end up in a month of passing through nightmares for you. Okay, now let me give you an example. If you can remember some few months back, or maybe up to a year now, if you can remember what happened to Will Smith after he slapped Chris Rock, you will now understand that being a great person, being a successful person actually comes with a very risky situation. Now, if an ordinary person just slaps a person out there, thousands of people get slapped on daily basis, So many people get slapped in a day, When you try to look at it, let's say every slaps that happen in this world will be recorded, then you will be shocked at the number of slaps that happens on daily basis. But you never get to hear about it because most of those slaps are being done by people that are still common, people that have not reached any stage in life, people that have not reached any level of success or influence in life, okay? But if you are an influential person, you dare not try something like that in the public, because you may, end up your life in misery. Another example I want to be giving you is, now let's look at, let's say, all these small businesses that are coming up, or maybe someone just having a small shop, maybe having a small kiosk or something like that, selling his goods and services. Such people can be able to send any child below the age of 18, okay? And then they will send them for their own business activities, but then it will attract little or no attention in that regards, okay? Despite the fact that the international law or even the government laws prohibits using children below the age of 18 for any personal or any financial gain, okay? But because those people are not successful, because those people are not influential, because those people are not great, that is how they can just mess around, send anybody, any child below the age of 18, and then they go without any notice. In fact, anybody may even get to see it and then nobody talks about it. But wait until someone who is very influential, very rich, very successful, maybe just sends a child below the age of 18 to just go and bring him a bottle of water from a shop. That is when you begin to see all form of scandals. Media will just come up, okay, so person was using a child below the age of 18. Look at what happened. We interviewed the child. Everybody will be interested in the topic. Being successful and great is as risky as that. It's as very critical as that. I just gave us those two as an example, okay? But there are thousands of things that you cannot be able to do it freely as a successful person. A lot of things that you cannot be able to do without passing through necessary, official processes, passing through legal processes. There are a lot of things that you just cannot do or cannot just move an inch without doing some certain processes around it, okay? While an ordinary person or a common person around there can just be doing things, they can just be doing anyhow, and then nobody even cares to look at them. But because you are successful, you cannot afford to live just the way a person that is a common man out there lives. Now, this brings us to the next part of this video. Okay, why should someone reject being successful then? Even if that success comes tomorrow, let's say you didn't even think about the success, and then you just wake up tomorrow and then they tell you, okay, now we are going to give you a very big position. Oh, now we are going to make you the president of this company. Oh, now we are going to make you to have 10 million people will be following you, and then whatever you do, 10 million people will be watching you. Okay, now what's wrong with that? Someone may be tempted to ask, okay, is that not success enough for me to just come simply because people are watching me, simply because there is a lot of attention that is attached with such success? Then why should I just reject it? Now, it's very simple. Okay, there are things, there are, all policies, laws, a lot of attributes that govern such stage in life that if you don't pass through those things, gradually as you are growing in life, you are gaining experience, you are getting exposed to those things, and then you are getting to know some of the things that if you do can be a problem to you, and then you are getting to, have a lot of awareness about such things, then you are not going to last long there. Now, this is what I mean. For someone that maintained a steady growth, success, and progress in life must have come across, okay, now, maybe at his lower stage in life, that person just came across something like, okay, now they don't use children below the age of 18, at least he knows about that. Okay, now he's just moving around and then he just hears something like, okay, now if you don't have any permission to snap anybody and then post it, then please don't do that. Oh, that's that. Okay, now I know how to do that, because if you post anybody without their knowledge, they can file a lawsuit against you and then you're gonna lose a lot of money. Okay, now you may be passing through your success gradually and then you just get to know about certain things. Okay, with time, experience is something that you never can joke with it and then go scot-free. Okay, it's never gonna happen, it have never happened, and it will never ever happen. Okay, so but for you that just goes into success, goes into fame, goes into influence overnight, you will not have exposure to all those things. Okay, and then you will just be moving up and down, you will just be doing things anyhow, and then you just get into this trouble, you come out of this, you get into that trouble, you come out of it. If it was a firm you were managing, that is how you are going to crush down all the funds of that firm. That is how you are going to destroy all the assets of that firm, because you will have to be, losing money in settling one problem or the other, settling that issue or the other, settling that case or the other, simply because you have been taking actions that ordinarily could have been prevented if you had an experience, but simply because you never had an experience, that is how you made that company to lose everything. Now think of it in your own personal business. Maybe you just became, one of the global successful YouTuber, for instance, and then you have, let's say, 300 million followers on your YouTube, and then you are posting video, and then because you just woke up yesterday and then they told you, okay, now we are going to give you this account, now we have made you very successful, you are a very successful YouTuber, so you have this account to yourself. Believe me, you are going to close down that YouTube channel in less than 1 week. Why? Because you may not even have exposure to the rules and regulations governing the YouTube. You may not be able to know all the things that will make YouTube to place a strike against your channel. You will not be able to know things like copyright. You will not be able, there are a lot of things that you will not know, and then you will be making these mistakes, and then there's a limit to those mistakes, such a way that you may not be able to, continue after such mistakes. That is how the YouTube channel will be deleted. Okay, it's as simple as that. If you go into any success overnight without passing through the necessary process, don't think you're going to last there. Okay, because you are just going to lose that success overnight, just the way you got it overnight, and then you'll come back as though you never had that success. And that's even the worst thing that can ever happen to you in your own life, because it's better someone that have never ever tasted success, and then that person is building and then passing through the process, gladly passing through the process and enjoying the moment, and then building experience, such that when he attains that level of success, then he'll be like, wow, is this how sweet success looks like? Is this how, happy success makes a person? Is this how fulfilled success makes a person? But then he can be able to maintain that level of happiness, fulfillment, that feeling of positivity. Okay, but for a person that just tested the level of success and then boom, falls down to the ground, that person is going to be the most miserable person ever, and you don't want to wish that kind of a misery to yourself. This brings us to the last part of this video. Okay, now having known all that, okay, what then can one do as an individual? Now, I dream to be a successful person, or I dream to be a rich person, I dream to be a public figure, I dream to be a politician, I dream to be any form of a successful person. Now everybody want to become a successful person, like including myself. I want to be a successful person. Everybody wants to become a successful, okay? But then there are things that you need to do. I'm going to be giving you 3 simple steps that if you follow, there is no way that you are not going to attain a very great success in life, and then a success that is going to last forever, okay? Now, the first thing you need to do if you want to become a successful person and then maintain being successful is to be patient and build yourself legitimately, so that you can be able to become a truly successful person, such that when you attain that level of success, it will not be a new thing to you, and then you will be aware of all the rules and regulations that successful people play by. Now, this is the second thing I would recommend for you. You need to work on yourself to maintain discipline. Now, what do I mean by maintaining discipline? Because there are times where your mind will just be thinking outside the box, you know. Yeah, thinking outside the box is good, but like, I mean, your mind will just be thinking more than you should be thinking about, you know. Maybe let's say you just wake up and then you like, I'm tired of living. Maybe I'm tired of earning $1,000 maybe in a year. I'm tired of earning, let's say, $20 in 3 months. So I think I need to be earning $10 billion in 1 month. So you just be thinking unnecessarily, and before you know it, you may begin to take some shortcuts that will not be helpful to you. So it's very important you discipline yourself whenever your mind, you know, we are humans, you know, your mind may be carried away to be thinking in that direction, but anytime you have such thoughts, be disciplined enough to draw back yourself and then call yourself to order and then say, no, calm down, you know, you need to follow the right procedures, you need to follow the right steps, please calm down, enjoy the process, follow it, get a legitimate growth processes, okay, and then build yourself. So please calm down, calm down. So get a discipline to always call yourself to order. And then the last thing that you need to do if you want to attain a lifetime success is to design an action that you need to follow, okay? Once you design an action plan for yourself in line with your dreams and vision in life, then you need to implement that discipline that we just discussed about to follow that actions, okay? Not because you love doing them, not because you enjoy doing them, but because these are the steps that you need to do at a given period of time, okay? You need to have timelines to your action points. You need to have timelines to the things that you have designed for yourself to achieve. But never in your lifetime should you be thinking of becoming a successful person overnight, because that's gonna ruin your life. It's just going to be like throwing up a stone up into the sky, and then the stone will just fall down and then drop on the ground, and then that is how it will remain on the ground. That is how success overnight can land a person into. So I believe this video was very helpful to you, and I believe this video have helped you to be able to think very deep and then understand that getting into a successful sphere in life is very easy, but then you just need to understand the right mindset and then the right steps you need to take. This brings us to the end of this video, okay? So if you have any question, comment or anything, please feel free to drop it at the comment section of this video. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I would recommend you click on the subscribe button below, because you will get to be notified whenever such important video comes up, okay? And if you are a returning viewer, I would love to say thank you. I will need one favor from you. Please share this video with just one person so that we will get more people to come and learn. Thank you. See you guys in another video. Bye.